is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Raging Ricky Sports Podcast. Today, we got episode 9 starting up, and we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs. As you can see, Yoshi's here, John's here, so that means ball talk right away.
Soccer?
No soccer today. No soccer today.
All my notes are on the Euros.
Well, you can't use them today, bro. We're going to get you for next time. Let's start with Brooklyn, Milwaukee. The Game 7 just happened. Milwaukee takes it. A lot of people didn't see that happening, but also the injuries kind of plagued Brooklyn. So do you think this was fair for Milwaukee to win this? Like, just because of the injuries, that like, were we expecting them to win now? Or was it like, no, like, Brooklyn still should have won?
I mean, injuries happen. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Milwaukee played the same amount of games that Brooklyn played. They had the same risk of injury that Brooklyn had. So absolutely not in terms of like, oh, did they get robbed because of injuries?
No.
So good on Milwaukee. I think it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy that they won.
Stoked.
Yeah, again, like John said, injuries happen.
Yeah.
It could have been Giannis and Middleton, and then everyone would have been saying the same opposite thing. But realistically, the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Brooklyn Durants, so...
That was crazy. I don't know if we've ever even seen that with like LeBron James when he was carrying Cleveland. Like the amount of time, he didn't come off. He didn't come off in Game 7. Did he even come off for Game 6? I don't think so. Maybe like a minute. A minute. I think he had 47.
He just wanted some water.
Yeah, he was like,
he went to the bench.
Yeah, definitely did not. Yeah, he definitely
Get back
didn't come
out
off.
there.
He didn't come off, right?
No.
And like back-to-back games, I don't know if LeBron did that. LeBron was getting like so
not,
much praise for like
a lot of the time
playing
I've watched basketball, LeBron's been older, so I
Yeah,
don't know how
just
he
on
was
specifically
maybe
that Cleveland run when after Kyrie left.
No, I think he definitely took breaks.
He probably
He did, but there was a couple games where I don't think he did. I'm just making a little comparison.
Yeah.
But you also don't see with teams with Brooklyn how the guys that used to always play are all injured, so like there was no one else to play really.
Yeah.
If you didn't play Kevin Durant, you're going down 10 points within a minute. Probably.
Do you think so? Like even for like 2 minutes, like
Yes.
Like I was surprised DeAndre Jordan got no run time. I was like, why is it like? Isn't he like good enough to run for 5 minutes?
See,
Not for 5 minutes.
The other centers are way better than DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan's washed, bro. He actually sucks. If you put on a Brooklyn game and you watched specifically DeAndre Jordan, you'd be like, get this man off.
Yeah, and he must have hit a wall so quickly.
He wouldn't be able to cover Brook Lopez because Brook Lopez stretches the floor, and DeAndre Jordan is so slow.
Yeah,
I guess
Claxton way better, and he doesn't even play.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't even play that guy that much. Like, and that would only be the center's position. But I thought maybe you could run him with Blake at the power, right? I'd like give him a couple minutes.
It was basically the starting 5 plus Jeff Green, and then a little bit of maybe Claxton
got, and then
being annoying off an inbound, whatever.
And
he
then
did
Bruce
once,
Brown.
That's literally all they did. Is they put him into block inbounds, and they're like, get out of there.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Who's I think Shamit's on that team too.
Yeah, Shamit.
They didn't give him no run. I'm like, not 2 minutes to shoot a shot, like to shoot a 3-pointer or something.
He should have played. He would have been better than Joe Harris.
Yo, he was not good.
No.
He just, I've never seen that in Joe Harris. He just kind of like, what's the word? Like dried up, I guess. He completely dried up. I was like, come on, man. I've been giving you so much praise all year.
Yeah, and then you watch James Harden play, and he does not look like himself at all because of the hamstring. Like he has no jump. His jump shot was barely a jump shot. It was like a free throw.
Yeah,
because he couldn't jump, and he couldn't drive really either because he couldn't.
It was literally all KD.
Yeah,
all KD. It was insane.
And then like
going late into the games, especially the last 2, every possession was KD and get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
It was crazy though. Everyone knew that, and he's still dropping 40-something points.
Yeah,
like,
that's what's impressive,
impossible.
right?
In Game 7, like game on the line, and PJ Tucker was covering him for one of the last shots, and like you literally can't play better defense.
Yeah,
and
I think I remember
when still just shots.
I remember PJ playing like perfect defense, and he timed his like jump shot perfectly.
But KD's so freaking tall that still like the block is still here, and it's just like, okay, sick.
Yeah, exactly. What was I gonna say? With this though, did KD like cement himself like this season? I guess specifically that he was just like the best player in the league
Offensively.
Yeah.
No, like I mean just in general. Like, was he the best player in the league?
I think he's
like,
always...
who do you take over him right now after seeing that stuff? Like, just for this season, obviously, if you have...
He had a great playoffs.
I still take LeBron over him.
Really?
Yeah.
I fell down on LeBron so much.
But like realistically, though, in NBA, if Durant's healthy, he's always the best or second best player in the league.
And you take LeBron over him right now?
Yeah, I think LeBron's still the best player in the league when he's healthy.
So you think this, like, his 6 games with in the playoffs were like just unhealthy LeBron.
Well,
think
that
so.
no, I wouldn't say unhealthy, but it probably still bothered a little bit, considering his most
Bothered
recent
enough,
tweets and stuff
and
like
then and then no AD.
that. And then also you get demoralized when your second star is gone.
Yeah.
I guess, and he's not the type like Durant to just go out there and shoot 10 jumpers in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he has to be able to make that pass if he needs it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
run
His game is a lot more balanced, whereas KD is super offensive heavy and wants the ball on every possession. LeBron plays super balanced now.
Mhm.
And I think he's doing that for longevity purposes. I think if he takes every
Well-
possession, the dude would have retired a year ago by now.
Well, I think with KD, in this scenario, he just had to take every shot. Like he was forced.
It
into that
was
position. I don't think
so
he doesn't mind delegating to like a healthy James Harden or a healthy Kyrie.
Yeah,
Like
but
he
still,
doesn't
you
mind.
see in overtime though, there was one of the possessions in overtime. He missed the shot. They got the rebound, and then he passed to Joe Harris for an open three. I
And
said,
he
"Oh, maybe." No.
No.
Yeah, when Joe Harris is
No.
missing an open three, it's just he's not having. That was very sad to see, Joe Harris.
The,
But
the crazy thing about this series, though, is we're talking a lot about Brooklyn, but like they were literally an inch away from winning Game 7.
I know,
Like
If-
a toenail.
a
toenail.
shoe size,
Yeah.
a shoe size away from winning Game
if
7.
KD had half a shoe size less, that was a game-winning.
I don't know.
shot.
Was it a thing? Apparently, I heard that like he wears a size higher or something like that.
Stop.
Like he actually wears a size bigger than he actually is. And then
I
if
have no
he
idea.
didn't, if he wore a size that actually he would have made that shot as a 3-pointer.
Yeah,
That's so
I don't know. That's just all complete speculation.
literally so close.
And he was pissed too.
Yeah.
He made it, and everyone's like celebrating, but he's like, "Fuck." I
That was
wanted
actually
to."
so funny though. His mom's going nuts. Like everybody in the stadium's like, "Yeah, oh my god!" And KD's like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "No."
That's the mentality you want to see though.
That shot was insane though.
It was
Mhm,
insane.
mhm.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
That was the last good shot he had though for the game though,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, it
that
was.
air ball in the last second, he was just completely gassed. Like, how do you blame him? 53 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
God, but
Good for him.
But good for Milwaukee.
yeah, I was gonna say we need to touch into Milwaukee. This Milwaukee team did look good.
Chris Middleton was playing like ass.
Middleton-
So was Drew Holiday
yeah.
at the beginning, but then they stepped up in the end.
Yeah,
So.
Drew Holiday at the
Drew-
end was playing.
Drew
well.
Holiday
Had
was
some
playing terrible.
clutch shots in Game 7.
Yeah, at the end,
he had like 2 or 3 like
Yeah.
massive.
He was like
shots.
2 for 12 or something like that in the first 3 quarters. Like
Yeah,
he was
it was-
so
it was
cold,
bad.
and then
Yeah.
he went off in the fourth. So that's what
Yeah.
you paid him for. And also his defense is usually always good too.
Mm-hmm.
That team is looking good, and they're going to be the favorites against Atlanta, 100%.
You know what's sad? Everyone's been the favorites against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, I took Atlanta over New York, but yeah, definitely against Philly. We'll get into that in a sec, but yeah, Middleton showed out too.
Middleton played really well.
He hit the
Giannis
shot
did super well, minus his free throw routine.
Oh, he needs to change that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's so
That's
funny.
insane. Like the fans were like counting down 1, 2, 3 to see how long it took.
And he airballed it.
And I think people are saying too, yeah, he airballed his dude. Oh my god, he had two. He had 2 airballs for that one game specifically,
So-
let alone the other games. But I think people were making a good point where like, if the good players, the good like free throw shooters are doing it quickly, why wouldn't you do it quickly too? Like you don't need that much time. Clearly, if there was a benefit to take that much time, then the
You
good
wouldn't be
shooter,
airballing
you would see
shots.
Steph Curry fucking taking 13 seconds to do it, but you don't need to just. I think it gets into his head that he takes so long, and then that's why you're getting bad. It's like
Yeah,
you
everything's
sped
in
it
his
up.
head now. Now it's like maybe I'll take
Well,
5
maybe-
seconds less and I'll make
Yeah.
it, and then it doesn't make it, and then
Yeah.
If I was him,
I've
you'd
never-
rather get it over with.
I've never heard of his free throw routine before. Like, did he do it just for this year or this
Yeah,
playoff run
right.
or something?
It was
Like, when
never
did
to
he
this
change
extent.
that?
It was never
I
to
don't
this
know.
extent.
Like,
Definitely
is it
this
just because
year.
of the playoff exposure? It's getting exposed now? Because I
I-
want to know how long he's been doing it for.
I think he's probably
Uh-huh.
always tinkered with his free throws because he's trying to
I
find
think
something
he's trying to
like,
figure something
figure it
else
out.
out.
I
It's
think
like,
this
nah, bro,
time
you
he's-
just gotta fucking
Yeah,
shoot better.
he tried
What
to
are you
do
doing?
like a long one. I don't know why. I remember in Game 7 he took like 7 dribbles, like
yeah.
Yeah.
and then stood there for 5 seconds. I'm like,
5,
bro.
6, 7.
like this doesn't work. No one does it. Like why would it work for you then? Like, I don't know.
He's gonna do a granny shot next. Don't worry.
Oh my
I
God.
want, dude. If it goes in, screw it. I wouldn't care. I would not care. Just boom, even off the backboard if
he
you
hits
need
2 in
to.
a row with the granny shot, he's got to keep it, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's got to.
For sure. And then also PJ Tucker, man, this guy's ageless. He just always plays good defense, and he's a
He's
ball
very
player.
very playoff defense. And
Yeah.
in the regular season, I think he's getting fouled out immediately
Yeah.
because he's being so handsy. But in the playoffs,
But
they
you
don't
want
allow
him
it.
on your team for the playoffs because
Yeah.
he shows out.
Revenge game against James Harden.
Yeah, live
You
no live.
abandoned me in Houston.
I went to Milwaukee to get back to you.
I'll send you home.
That's funny. All right, let's get into Atlanta Philly because that just finished up,
Yes, it's late.
and yeah, it's late here. Philly, yet again, can't get past the second round, and Atlanta takes it. I want to let's get into Philly first because I want to get into Atlanta a bit more because I think they deserve a lot more respect. Yo, they just don't have it. I think that's it for that squad. I don't think you can win with them. I mean, if you can't beat Atlanta, you're not winning. You're not contending. Technically, you are, but
Ben Simmons had a brutal year too. I think he didn't have a good playoffs and he didn't have a good regular season either. He just seems
was he also
off.
this year? Ben Simmons?
Yeah,
I think for a few games because the
Like,
beginning of the season he was playing
borderline.
Yeah, beginning of the season he was playing so well, and you had to give it to him just because they were first place for the whole time. So they're just like, okay,
Yeah.
give it to Ben. But then he had his injuries. He kind of can't
I
hit.
don't
a
know.
free throw.
He's not the
His
same, man.
offensively. He's
Like,
just not
I
there.
think he's living off of his athleticism right now, and if he didn't have that, he'd have nothing.
I think he has pretty good IQ too, but I think
I don't know.
offensively shooting or like even deciding to like go into the paint,
Drive. and
it's
stuff.
not like he can't do it because there's two impediments to his game. He can't shoot, and he can't also shoot a free throw. So I'm like, if I go into layup or I go into try to score,
Just
I
foul him.
get they're gonna foul me and I'm gonna miss my free throw. So then he's like I can't go. So then he's just relying on his passing. You're finished.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I just wanted to make that point. He was working technically. And then so he just would pass. Obviously, he was still a good defender. Like that's not going to be affected.
Mhm.
But then if that's like your second best player, like you're not winning. Like
Again,
let alone.
we'll get to Utah later, but I just don't see your second best player being a guy that can't score at his own will. Essentially.
You're right.
You need the secondary scoring option. Although these teams do have the other guys, when the second quote unquote second best player on your team cannot do that, it's so much.
Yeah.
It's so easy to defend.
Yeah, it's true.
You
It's
don't have
true.
to defend the three.
And like
dollars.
when you look at when the Raptors won, they had three guys that could do that. Like Siakam was able to score when he
Yeah.
kind of wanted to,
Well,
and then so was
Lowry,
Lowry too. That's what I'm
Freddie,
saying. They had three guys.
Yeah.
Freddie,
Norm.
Norm too. They had so many guys that could just score.
Yeah.
That team is so underrated. That was one of the best constructed teams I've ever seen.
And just
I
the
don't
second
even
best
care.
player on the team was Kyle Lowry, and he could obviously.
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
pretty good shot,
I'm just
right?
saying Siakam because he was scoring a ton, and
Yeah.
they were technically the duo in terms of scoring.
I don't think Ben Simmons is the second best player on that team. I think Tobias is better. I think Tobias is more
Overall,
valuable. than
Tobias
Ben
is a better scorer by far.
By far.
But
And I
Tobias'
think
defense is horrendous.
he plays
Yeah.
decent enough defense to be the second best player on that team.
mean,
I think Ben is slipping
Ben is a
that
way
hard.
better passer too.
I think he's slipping that hard. Well, he's a point guard. I
his
would hope
IQ
so. but,
Yeah,
like,
well, his IQ is really good though. I think his IQ for the game is good,
Yeah.
which might have been an impediment because
I don't know,
he
man.
knew about that whole like offensive deficiency he had.
in the
where he was
playoffs,
like, I
it
can't
seems
play
like
offense.
Tobias was helping the team more than
Yeah, Seth
Yeah,
Curry
he
was.
was.
Seth Curry was.
Seth Curry was cooking
Curry
too.
was doing really well.
Man, I wish he
Yeah.
stayed on Dallas.
I
If
think
Dallas
he
kept
was a
Seth,
great addition to that Philly team.
Oh,
He was.
100%.
Great addition.
and then also I think a big loss for them was Danny Green too.
Mhm.
Like, man, Danny Green's a good player, man.
Danny
no
Green
matter
brings-
what,
Danny Green brings championships to
he
teams.
does. And if he was healthy
He's
for
just
this
got a
round,
magic.
Yeah.
if he was healthy for this round, who knows? I feel like they probably beat
Yeah,
them.
I mean, Danny Green could have gone 1 for 6, and then they won the game somehow. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
Gets a clutch block somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. He plays good enough defense too. You know, you can't knock.
He
him
must
back.
be great in the locker room or
Yeah.
something. Like, I
No,
don't know
for
what
sure,
it is.
for sure.
He's got to have some
Um,
sort of magic to him.
But Atlanta, though, man, Trae Young's that dude.
I think
I
he
think
lives
if-
for the
yeah.
playoffs.
If Donovan Mitchell is considered a superstar, which a lot of people are saying, then Trae Young is 100% a superstar.
I think he is.
I think Trae's better than Donovan.
It's close for me. In my head, it's close, and I don't know who I'm taking, but like maybe I take
It's
Trae
close.
Young.
His playoffs are showing a lot.
You know what? Who's
A
a
lot of
better?
different
Who's a
stuff.
Yeah.
Trey's a much better passer, right?
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Maybe I would
yeah.
I would edge Trey, but I think Donovan is super good though.
Oh, he
I
is
think
super
he's
good.
very, very, very good.
We'll get into him in a bit when we talk about Utah Clippers.
Although maybe his dunk ability puts him over Trey. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
Trae
it's
can
tough, it's
Trae can
tough.
still finish at the rim though.
I think I take-
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just speed it throws down.
I think, but Trae shoots better, even though Donovan shoots well too.
This year though.
It's tough. Donovan probably
I see
actually. Trae gets more turnovers probably than anybody in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
actually a good point too. What if Donovan turns the ball over way less?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know,
That's a
man.
lot
but,
better.
I mean, he clearly is performing though too in the playoffs. I mean, so I know Donovan. Whatever, it's close.
Yeah,
it's close.
It's close.
It's close. But yeah, that team. But then like John Collins too, man. He's looking phenomenal. We got a.
He's looking good, actually.
Christine's down. She's down.
Down.
Editor down.
Dirty.
Oh my God.
YouTube. She's in a burrito on the floor in a blanket burrito.
Just put your hand up. Put your hand up. Show it to yeah.
I don't even know if it shows that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think it does.
No, but John Collins though, for a number, he's a number 2 option. I think
He
he is overall. Like maybe you
Like-
go to like Bogdan,
technically he's the second best player on the team.
yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. But like he shoots the
I don't
ball.
As long as he's
coming
hitting
well
shots, he's
I kind of
Yeah.
I kind of view that team as like
athletic too.
Trey number one option,
and then everyone else.
everybody else,
Yeah.
whoever's
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Because John Collins ain't that dude. He ain't the guy that's like, oh well, they're covering Trey super well. Give it to John. Everybody get out of the way.
Okay, yeah. I
They
can-
run plays and like whoever gets open. And
Yeah,
I
but
think they're team oriented.
I think So it's like you're it's trading the whole team, but that
And then
whole
the
team
whole
is hot
team.
because Clint Capella is really good. Obviously, he's not a shooter. John Collins, Kevin Herter was cooking today. Bogdan Bogdanovic is kind of that dude right now.
Yeah.
He's kind of that dude right now. So that's 5 guys, 4 other guys that are like
And they have Danilo
super
Gallinari.
quality. Gallo is kind of that dude a little bit
Lou
too.
Will, if he's playing.
Lou Will had a big game 6, I think, right?
Yeah.
He was just cooking in the fourth quarter.
Their
Uh,
depth that should have carried them really hard during the regular season is finally paying off in the playoffs. Like when I saw them in the regular season, I was like, okay, this team, like I counted them out real early because I just didn't see it. I think it was a case of like almost too much depth. Like it just wasn't working. Something was off. And now it's like we just saw Kevin Herter have a huge game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like when
and we've
before
never
then you
seen
said
these
Lou
guys
Will
do
in
it
game
either.
6 and it was probably Bogdan game 5. Like it's just like all these other dudes are stepping up to support Trey. It's like a different dude each night.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they draw names out of a hat in the locker room. It's like, all right, who's gonna help Trey today?
Yeah.
They showed out, man. They showed out. I like this team. Do they beat Milwaukee? I think they have a good
John
matchup.
Collins on Giannis.
John Collins and Capella. Do you remember
That's gonna be
what
cool.
we did against them? We had we threw out Ibaka and Gasol. Like, okay, good
Yeah.
luck, Giannis.
Yeah,
See what you
yeah.
could do. Is
It's gonna
Capella?
be. I think it's gonna be heavy on Chris and Drew in this
yeah,
series.
yeah. So
For
so
sure.
you throw Capella and John Collins at Giannis. You'd be like, okay, good luck. I think John Collins is more athletic, but kind of smaller than the Ibaka Gasol thing that we did. So I think they have a decent matchup there. And then Trey Young.
We'll see if Drew can lock him up, though, or do something at least to
I think
him.
he can. I think if anyone can keep up with Trey, it's Drew.
Yeah.
I think he's like what top 5 defenders in the league, Drew Holiday, in terms of like defending the
Maybe
ring.
even
yeah.
higher.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, comfortably,
He's
like
so
everyone
good.
accepts
Yeah.
it as top 5. Like
He's so
he can be
good.
even higher.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will
So
argue.
if anyone
I
could
think
do it,
that's a
man,
good point.
it could be Drew Holiday. So I don't know. But then you still have like their shooters too. They're built for the playoffs. Like everyone
Dude, I'm
says.
telling you, you just can never count out Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, can you believe that?
My
He
guy.
started on a team that beat the Brooklyn
You want
Nets.
to talk about depth? Pat Connaughton coming off the
Oh
bench
my
in
God.
Game 7.
Does he,
Come
even,
on.
does he even score? I think he doesn't.
I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does.
I think he's just athletic.
I think he's just there.
He's there and he's like a tiny nuisance.
Yeah.
He's like, is he a good defender? Like,
He's Milwaukee's
No.
Danny Green. It's like, what do you do? But no, it's
that's
working.
kind of true. You look at
It's
Danny
working.
Green, you're like, technically, what do you do?
What do
Like,
you
I never
do?
see you locking up guys, but you're still doing something. I don't know. I want to take Atlanta, but I feel like Milwaukee's gonna win.
I
But
think Milwaukee.
I mean, at this point, Giannis has seen it. You know, he's seen everything.
he's seen it.
You know, the Raptors locked him down. He's seen it. He should have adjusted by now.
Yeah,
But I see a lot of similarities to Gasol, Ibaka, to John Collins. and
that's what I'm
Capella.
saying.
Like if they're
anyone's
smart, they
good.
just like every time Giannis is on the floor, they make sure those two
Hands up,
guys
hands up.
Yeah.
are in the paint.
Yeah. And it worked. It clearly worked. After 2 games, we made an adjustment. We're like, put Kawhi on Giannis, and then if he drives, we have 2 trees ready to block him.
Yeah.
I mean, like again, like Capella and John Collins aren't as big and aren't as tall, but they're more athletic, so they kind of make up for that.
I think it
Height
make up for it.
difference.
I don't think Giannis is going to muscle him. I don't know. I could be wrong. But
Exactly. But at the same time, now I think
Capella's
this team is
pretty
better than
strong,
2
I
years
think.
ago.
I think Capella's stronger than
He's
Collins.
a buff guy. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's going to be really
yeah.
good.
And now
But,
they have Drew. Like 2
Yeah.
years ago, they had Malcolm Brogdon, got rid of him, but now they picked up Drew Holiday. I'm like, Drew's such a big step up too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Can Milwaukee
7
compete
games.
on
I'm gonna
the-
call 7 games.
I think, yeah.
I hope.
I would say, I'm going to say 6.
I'm gonna say
I'm-
7.
I'm Milwaukee
I don't know
6.
Milwaukee 6.
Can Milwaukee compete on the perimeter, though? With all their three-point shooters?
PJ Tucker can hit
Gallo
the
can
shot.
hit threes.
Middleton,
Herter,
obviously.
Bogdan.
Middleton, Drew Holiday can hit it well enough. Connaughton. if
After
he's
Middleton
the
and
most
Drew,
wide
though,
open
it
player.
falls off hard.
Brooke.
Yeah.
Brook
But
Lopez
also-
maybe. a
Oh yeah,
little
Brook Lopez. But they also have a bit of a mid-range game too.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Middleton's good at mid-range.
Honestly, the biggest
He's
issue
phenomenal.
is
I think that's an
if
underrated
Atlanta
asset.
turns the ball over and Giannis gets it in open court, that's 2
GGs.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed 2 points.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say
I'm going to say Atlanta.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to say Atlanta. Screw it. I'm
Okay.
saying Atlanta in 7 games. I believe that tactic will be replicated and it will be effective enough. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going. Put Atlanta.
I think Milwaukee as well, but it's tight. It's tough for me to say.
Atlanta
but
in
I think
7.
Milwaukee.
See, I see the comparison too, but like Clint Capella is just both of those guys are just not as smart as Ibaka and Gasol were either.
That's a phenomenal point. Yeah,
Gasol was so smart on defense.
He was a D-boy. He was defensive player.
Knows where to be.
Both of them were defensive players of the year at one point.
Ibaka, I don't think
Ibaka won. No, or maybe he was like number two. I think he was number two.
Number two once because of blocks.
Okay, but that's basically close enough. Whatever. He's still a phenomenal defender.
And like Gasol also has the ability. If he rebounds the ball, everyone's got to go back because he might send an outlet to someone. Clint Capella's not sending.
No,
he's handing the ball off to Trae on the side of him.
That's a good point.
Here, right. Trae. Look, I got this for
you. It helps a lot. Plus, they use Gasol at the top of the key a lot when the Raptors are playing the Bucks, and he just diced them up with passing.
Yeah. And Capella and Collins are not going to do that.
It's going to be a great series, though. I'm very much looking forward to how it plays.
I'm calling Atlanta. I don't even care.
I haven't picked Atlanta once this whole playoff, so I'm not going to pick them now.
So. I'll pick against them until they win.
Down with Atlanta.
All right, let's go to West Conference. This one was a quick sweep, Denver-Phoenix. I was surprised it was a sweep. I thought Denver was going to give them some business, but Phoenix is that team right now.
Phoenix are those
I think Phoenix technically
Chris Paul is the man.
Yeah. Chris Paul's the dude right now. Yeah. He is the guy.
Devin Booker's
even
the dude
without
right
him. Yeah. Look what just happened in Game 1.
Yeah,
no matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Chris Paul's out, and Devin's like, okay, don't worry, bro, I'll hold it down.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It'll be here for you when you come back. Maybe even a sweep. I don't know. Maybe I'll have more rest and then go for the finals.
I expected a little bit more from the Denver team. I know like Jamal Murray out, but that was like your only guy. You should be able to take one game because you have Jokic. Aaron Gordon didn't show up.
MPJ still didn't
he showed up for the first series, but not for this one.
Yeah.
And then, Jokic was kind of playing with nobody at the basically. He was doing 4 guys that were like below average.
So damn good, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jokic was insane. The fact that they got to that point in the Western Conference too was impressive. Yeah. But Phoenix is looking phenomenal. DeAndre Ayton's looking phenomenal. Actually looking.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
What did DeAndre Ayton change in his breakfast eating routine?
Chris Paul. That's what changed.
To wake up. Yeah. You know what? I bet you Chris Paul got him on the vegan diet right before the playoffs. I don't know what the hell. This dude found God right before the playoffs.
Do you have a kid?
I don't know.
Did he have that
Freddie VanVleet?
The Fred VanVleet effect? I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. He was so up and down, pretty consistently poo in the regular season. He had a few.
I wouldn't say he was poo. He was like kind of like average. Few
upward trajectory games in a row, but for the most part, I think he was pretty poor.
No, I
don't think he was very good in the regular season.
I don't think he was poor. He just didn't stand out.
Yeah, he didn't stand out. I wouldn't say he was.
And now he's solidifying himself as one of the next guy after the backcourt. He's like, yo, I'll help you guys. He might give it to me.
Yeah, his defensive prowess is pretty fucking good right now.
Yeah,
he did a good number on Jokic. Who can really say that? Even though Jokic's kind of still cooked. Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking deep. Cameron Payne is somehow the next Fred VanVleet.
Yeah,
when no one saw that.
He was a weird shooting for me.
I know. I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, square up his shoulder. He doesn't square up his shoulder. He just turned and he shoots like that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's working for him though. He's hitting those shots, man. He's hitting those shots. Is it Mikal Bridges?
Yeah, Mikal Bridges.
I always get mixed up with the two, but Bridges is looking phenomenal.
Jay Crowder's playing really well.
Jay Crowder's actually playing really well. Good defense.
And
Torrey Craig.
He's playing.
He's playing well too.
Yeah.
And then my boy Saric, back up to DeAndre Ayton, doing his job, doing his bit,
holding it down,
doing enough. Who would have thought? I think they're the favorites.
I was kind of against, not against Phoenix, but thinking Phoenix wasn't really going to do much these playoffs. I was so wrong. I've eaten my words.
CP3's that dude.
Incredible, yeah.
And you can see his effect because he didn't even play. He didn't even play against the Clippers, and
you can just see his effect.
The mindset you can see is within
Cameron Payne. Kind of, I guess, probably takes some of the game, whatever he can when he's learning from Chris Paul.
And he's taking it. And now look at him. He's just that's the Chris Paul. Look at Shai.
I know.
Shai's played at 18. Well, he was very injured, but he had 18 points, 5-6 assists. Mm-hmm. He turned into a point guard after he left, and Schroeder left too. I mean, they're still a bad team, but. But yeah, Phoenix, Denver, not much to talk about. Utah Clippers. I know you're hurt.
I'm so hurt. They had it, Ricky. Brendan, they had it.
No, they didn't have nothing.
They had it. Yeah. They were up 25 in Game 7.
Yeah. You know what they had? They had tickets to the Dominican Republic. That's what they had.
Yo, LeBron, what are you saying?
So
what are you saying? I know you're living life right now.
Riding Utah so hard.
And they look good, too.
So excited. Oh, my God. I was any game I couldn't watch. I was, checking all the stats on the scorecard because we were talking about, Rudy Gobert being bad on defense. And, he actually played super well defensively in the playoffs. Even the games they were losing, he would be the team leader in plus minus on the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
Games where they were losing. However, in Game 7 where they
You mean
choked.
Game 6.
Game 6. Sorry.
I was like, they didn't even get to Game 7.
6,
they didn't
Game
have
6.
nothing.
He was a minus 24 in Game 6.
That's
By
what
far the
happens.
worst on the team.
I mean, we've been saying that about him all year.
So it was interesting. But other than that one game, he played really, really well for the rest of the playoffs.
Defensively.
So defensively. I want some respect on Rudy's name.
A little bit of
But I'm
respect.
just absolutely gutted that they couldn't get the job done. Who the fuck
I
is
want him to
Terrence
see
Mann?
that.
Like, screw
Yo,
that
he's
guy.
the man.
39
He's
point
the
man. That's what he is.
34. He's like,
that
you
guy.
need a career night right now. Here you go. 34 points. I'm gonna lead this whole team.
Was it
Ruined
34?
my hopes
34,
and
I'm
dreams.
pretty sure.
39. Oh,
Oh, maybe it was 30.
I think it
34.
might have been 39.
yeah. I think he almost had 30.
For some reason, I thought it was for 34. But regardless, what the hell?
In the 30s.
He was
for some-
cooking.
a G League, right? Some G League guy? I don't know. I don't even think he was a bench
No,
guy.
he was
I
no,
swear
he was a bench
G League
guy.
and
He was a
called
bench
up.
guy for most of the season. I'm
Yeah?
pretty sure.
I don't know if he was a rookie or not. I don't know what's going on.
I can't even.
have no idea.
I don't know.
I literally.
That's
never
how
heard this
surprising
man's
it
name
is.
before.
But I wanted the Reggie Jackson actually played really
Oh,
well
nice.
too. He played
Very
super
nice.
nice, right? They had their point guard heavy technically.
Yeah.
They got
They saw
Rondo
Patrick
didn't even
Beverley
play
too.
that some games
Beverley.
for a thing. Patrick
no,
Beverly's
Rondo
there
didn't
too. Rondo didn't even play, and they're doing this without Ibaka is not playing.
No, Walker's not playing.
Imagine if Ibaka was there and Kawhi's there. They're like, I think they win.
They're 100%
At this point, they
favorites.
win.
I think they're 100% the favorites. To this.
Yeah.
That's what made me even more gutted about Utah. Is like they were missing so many pieces and
They-
they still managed to claw against Utah. They choked
Kawhi
it.
goes out and it's 2-2. Everyone's like,
Wow.
okay,
done.
Utah's.
Yeah.
This. I was under the impression that I was like, I think they're gonna steal a game because I think PG's gonna show out. So in Game 5, I was like, ooh, I was right, but then I still thought Utah was gonna take it. I was wrong. Terrence Mann, I didn't factor that guy into this equation.
Nobody factored that guy in.
Like goddamn, but like
Tyronn Lue probably didn't even factor that guy.
yeah. And he was like, oh shit, look at this, I got lucky.
Yo, he was probably scheduled for like 12 minutes that night,
Maybe.
and then he just started drilling shots, and he was like, yo,
No,
just
it's
keep going, keep
not.
going.
Yeah.
Reggie, rest, Reggie.
Rondo, just stay over there.
oh no, you're not even touching the court.
Yo, get Terrence
oh
a
my God.
towel, Rondo. Get him a towel.
Get him the water.
He's hot right
You're
now.
the
Do you
water
see the
boy.
sweat?
Take the sweat off his head. No, we gotta give some love to PG, man. I think that whole pandemic P needs to go into the grave.
Mm-hmm.
That's not him anymore, man. He's looking good. He's looking like playoff P of the past. He's lights out from three. He could drive. He could defend pretty bloody well at the moment. He's probably one of the best players left in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's like top 3 right now left in the playoffs. Maybe you probably put he's probably on level with Devin Booker, I think.
Better
you probably
because of
put
defense.
yeah. Well, because of
Yeah.
the defense, you probably take him.
Yeah.
Giannis is up there.
Giannis is probably the best player.
Trey Young is up there. Chris Paul is up there. So if they're all up there, I think like it's pretty level in terms of
Mm-hmm.
PG being up there. So they have a chance even without Kawhi. If they had Kawhi, I think they win. I guess he's not coming back. Like there's
I
no,
doubt it. They keep saying he's unavailable for like each game in a row.
Yeah.
They keep saying his knee is sprained or whatever. He's unavailable for game 1, and then he'll be unavailable for game 2. And
You
then
think
game
they'll
3,
probably
and
bring
game
him back
4.
in an elimination game?
I don't think. It depends. Actually, I don't know if he'll come back
Like
at all.
KD Golden State style?
Yeah, I don't think they want to do that. Well, I don't think because Kawhi's uncle will let them do that.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think about it? Don't
Imagine-
play with my boy's knee.
But imagine if they what if they pull it off? What if they win this without Kawhi Leonard? Like, does that hurt
Like the
Kawhi's
championship?
legacy? Yeah. What if they pull this thing off?
I don't think it hurts
Bro,
Kawhi.
I don't think Terrence Mann has that much magic stored up.
Well, I mean, PG showed out. If
It
he's
helps-
like
it
going
helps
mid
PG
30s,
a lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt Kawhi, I don't think, because Kawhi showed that when he comes back, he can do what he does.
Yeah.
And when he's in the playoffs, he.
But then it's also like you were on this phenomenal team,
Kawhi's
and you
also-
still choked against Denver last year too.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much that changed from that last year to this year, except for Terrence fucking Mann.
Yeah.
Yo, the X Factor.
DeMarcus
Yeah.
Cousins.
Yeah, Boogie too. Boogie finally got some runtime today.
I don't know. Kawhi showed like the impact.
Oh,
that
I
he had
agree. He's
earlier.
phenomenal.
They wouldn't be in the playoffs anymore if it weren't for Kawhi. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
you're right.
stepping
No,
up in
you're
the-
against Dallas.
Yeah, against
Yeah, they showed
Dallas.
pictures,
Those
yeah.
2 games
No,
in a
you're
row,
right.
right? That, like Kawhi just popped off.
When he goes down 0-2, it's over for the other team. That's it.
Yeah, he's like 0-2. Say less.
No, Kawhi
3-1, different story.
Kawhi's not going to be damaged. He showed how dangerous he is.
I know.
And how he can put a team on his back.
But yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird to be like, okay, your best player goes down, and then you just win the Stanley Cup. You win the NBA playoffs.
I don't know.
What? Like, imagine if Brooklyn wins it without Kevin Durant if they were to win it. This just feels weird.
I feel like they're having good guys step up at good moments, but I think
that's probably going to run out.
The luck is going to run out for them, and it's probably going to be against Phoenix, considering how they're playing and like how all the mans on their roster are performing at like a key time, rather than like PG, of course, and then like random miracle performances by Terrence Mann. But maybe if Terrence Mann is that dude, I will gladly eat my words.
He was that dude.
I will buy his jersey if he continues to show out like this for the rest of the playoffs. And even if they lose, if he like goes off and is like one of the best players on the Clippers each night, I will buy his jersey.
What do you have today?
I'll buy his jersey. Let me look it up quick. I can't even remember. I don't think it was anything special. Or I think I would have remembered it.
I
hope it's like 30
you
points.
You can't rely on these like
9
random performances, right?
Yeah, 9 points. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Reggie Jackson had 24.
Reggie Jackson has been playing pretty well, but like I don't even think Reggie Jackson's going to drop 20 on a regular.
I think he has been though.
He has to.
He's
also
been doing it now.
He's going to get this.
He's the number 2 option, I think, offensively.
Is he doing it like efficiently though, or is he taking like 20 shots?
Maybe it's not efficiently, but he's still putting up 20
points.
Yeah, he's still putting up 20. So I guess, Phoenix is probably the favorite in the series. They already won game 1. Atlanta, Milwaukee, we said already. Taking Atlanta. But yeah, that means you have Milwaukee and Phoenix in the finals.
Technically, before today, I had the Clippers in the finals.
Really?
And I'm watching
despite the Kawhi thing?
Yeah, because missing Chris Paul's big. I didn't think Kevin Payne.
Big.
Who the hell is Kevin Payne?
But he's been showing out, though. This whole playoffs, he hasn't been slacking. Like, even against the Lakers, he was playing well. Like, it hasn't just been, like, the last couple games he's been playing well. The whole playoffs this year, he's been a good player for Phoenix.
I just thought Clippers could come into this with huge momentum, considering what they just did against Utah without Kawhi and be satisfied with themselves. And honestly, it was a close game.
It was a close game. 6 points is a close game.
Yeah, and then they just started missing shots, and they couldn't stop Devin Booker's mid-range.
Yeah. Mid-ranges are so underrated nowadays, eh?
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people try to take
No, because it's technically like the most inefficient shot. Like, that's the whole thing in NBA.
It's good at it. The DeMar DeRozan shot.
Yeah. DeMar DeRozan, no, literally. That's all he had. Well, he could drive too.
He really got away from that later.
But no, like, that was the thing. It's like, that's just a third element to, like, your offensive game. Like, why wouldn't you just have that? Like, why not?
Well, he's really good at, like, driving and then stopping on a dime and just fading
exactly.
away. Which is like,
Kevin Durant was good at that too.
Which is also impossible to block.
Yeah, yeah, it is too. It's an open shot if you like spring up, get the luck. The guy's not really up in your face.
No.
Yeah, but yeah.
After today though, I'll probably pick Phoenix.
Phoenix,
Milwaukee finals.
Yeah.
All right. So who wins it?
If Chris Paul comes back, Phoenix.
Yeah, super healthy.
Super healthy Chris Paul.
Well, I guess as healthy as he could be.
Well, he's getting 7 days rest. Sounds pretty healthy to me.
I don't know who's gonna. I might give it to Giannis.
Yeah.
I think there's a very good chance that Giannis could take over that series because I just don't think Phoenix has the facilities to deal the facilities.
Jay Crowder would be the guy guarding him, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Which he
and then the matchup, if you think about Phoenix thing,
I think he gets beaten down.
You'd have DeAndre Ayton being a tree, and then you'd have. I mean, if you want to run 2 bigs, you could technically play Saric out there, but he's not that good of a defender.
No, he's not good.
Saric ain't touching.
He'll be a backup to Ayton if Ayton needs rest, but that's it. Crowder, I guess, would be.
It'd be Crowder, Ayton, and then maybe Bridges on a switch or something.
But but even Bridges kind of like wouldn't be able to deal with. Yeah, too small to that. Even if he is a good defender.
And then someone's got to guard Middleton.
And then someone's got to guard Middleton.
And Chris Paul will guard Holiday, I guess. But
it looks like Milwaukee has a good matchup there. Then, eh?
I've still seen Milwaukee lose games where Giannis seems unstoppable, though. Mm-hmm. And I just, I don't know. I think that with how good they were playing with Chris Paul, I think they'll just outgun him.
Yeah.
If it's a shootout and Giannis is just burning them at the other end of the floor, muscling people out of the way for layups, I think they have the facilities to get in a shootout with them and come out on top.
You know who I think could beat Phoenix then? Atlanta. I think
that would be okay.
If you think of the matchup, like
I think
Capella
that would probably be the most
John
exciting finals because I think Atlanta and Phoenix are very similar.
That's what
I. Booker versus Trae Young, 40 points each tonight.
But then CP3 would be. Then you'd have like the shooters and like Herter and Bogdanovich, like absolute shooters. Gallo's coming off the bench and he's a big guy too. Mm-hmm. And then you have a couple 3/4 trees in Capella and John Collins. And John Collins is athletic. I think he's good defensively. Like he can keep up with a lot of smaller guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess. Oh man, imagine Atlanta winning this thing, eh? That seems so weird, but they have a
I
shot.
feel like if it's Clippers and Milwaukee, then I would say Clippers.
Clippers in Milwaukee.
If Kawhi comes back, if he does,
and
then
if
no.
Ibaka miraculously like heals his back,
No,
I feel like Ibaka's gone.
yeah. If
He probably
Kawhi
is.
plays this playoffs, I think the Clippers are going to win the thing.
yeah, I think
If
I
Kawhi
agree.
plays.
I agree. So we'll see if Kawhi comes. I would love to see.
I would
Ibaka back, though.
now that we're talking about it, I would really like to see Atlanta Phoenix.
I feel like that'd be the
Because like
most exciting.
that's like
just
that's
straight
the
shooting.
the bracket buster finals.
Yeah,
Like,
who would
really
have
is.
thought?
like who
Oh.
the hell had that
I
bracket?
know.
Somebody filled it out as a joke, like, oh, look at my bracket.
Look, LeBron lost first round.
I don't like him. I'm gonna put Phoenix all the way, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're outside of Atlanta or Phoenix, you didn't have this going on at all. But even with all this stuff, it's been really good these playoffs too. It's been very entertaining. A few game sevens.
It's very entertaining. Also helps that there's fans. It makes
Yeah.
it more
Oh
entertaining.
god.
It's
Oh
huge.
god. The fans. I feel like Phoenix has like the best fans right now.
Yeah, apparently no one in the
Maybe
States has COVID apparently either, so everyone's allowed
Yeah.
to full pack these stadiums.
I think the only thing
Really?
that they do is like the
See the
couple of
stadiums?
rows
Everyone's
around
already got
the
like 3
teams.
shots
Yeah, around
of
the team.
J&J.
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 rows between like from the teams to the fans, but other than that, it's
It's
all full.
full
Even
capacity, yeah.
even they have like the courtside too.
Yeah.
That's
There's
wicked.
players there, so
Oh yeah, the
I-
folks in
yeah.
Arizona are probably buck wild.
I mean
about this.
they're also in a desert. I don't think COVID does well in such extreme heat
I
too.
talked to
So.
Chris
I mean, people barely survive there. So
God, I know.
Talk to Chris Paul though. He's got COVID, so
I know. I say
At
this,
least-
and he still got it. And like,
wait, did he actually get it?
I think he tested positive, so he has to.
Yeah.
Oh no way! I
That's
thought it
why
was
he's
just
out.
protocols, like it was a close contact or something. I didn't
I
think he
think-
I
actually.
think if it was just
contracted
close
it.
contact,
He
he would have been
just
able to
produced
been
2
back
negative
by now.
tests with just close contact. I think it's a few days and negative tests.
Yeah.
Well, with a positive test, you have to wait at least 10 days or something like that, plus negative tests.
Shit!
I think-
Oh wow! I didn't think he actually caught it.
Is he fully vaxxed?
Yeah, I think he had no symptoms or anything, but he just tested positive.
Because
Tested.
I heard that like if you're fully vaxxed, you get a shortened time too.
Yeah, which is also why it's shorter than, I think it's 14 days or whatever.
Would've been
So
fun,
it's
yeah.
I thought it was like 7 or something
Something
if it was
like
short.
Damn,
I
that
don't
sucks.
know.
I thought he was only out for 7. That's
Oh,
wild.
It's been like 7
Maybe
days.
when I
hasn't it,
saw the
already?
report, it was like
Yeah, it's been
7
a while.
left until he comes back. I thought it was 7 in total.
We'll see. I hope he comes
Something like
back, and then like at this point, you want everyone to be healthy so you can watch the best basketball. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's probably it for this episode then. All right, that'll wrap it up for us here for this episode about the NBA playoffs. Thank you guys for joining again.
Always think you're having
Yoshi,
me.
I love having you guys on. I want to hopefully, even though soccer's going on, I want to focus on soccer.
Go Netherlands.
The NBA and the Netherlands are looking good.
Go England.
England's not looking good.
No,
Yeah, I still want to get basketball in because like the playoffs are the playoffs. This is the best time to talk about ball.
Yep.
The absolute best time, and
Hell
all the
yeah.
stories and everything are phenomenal right now. Also, we do need to talk about Canada basketball too. Still want to talk about that. We'll get that done hopefully soon times. But other than that, Raging Ricky signing out.